27 here, and today I'm going to present to you my 2012 NFL mock draft. So the first pick this year will go to the Colts, and I think they should pick up Robert Griffin III because he has running ability, passing ability, and option ability. So he's like the all-in-one quarterback. Although yesterday they just announced that they were going to choose Andrew Luck first pick, but I don't think they should have done that because all Andrew Luck has in him is passing. But they probably did that because all Peyton Manning had in him is passing, and they had Peyton Manning and very successful. So the second pick I think should go to Andrew Luck, and that will be selected by the Redskins. I think should select Andrew Luck. Just like I said before, he only has passing in him. But he's definitely a great quarterback. So if Robert Griffin III was going to be taken by the Colts, then I think the Redskins would pick Andrew Luck. But as I said, Colts announced yesterday that they were picking Andrew Luck first pick. So that would mean that Robert Griffin III would most likely be chosen by the Redskins. Third pick, I think the Vikings will choose Trent Richardson, running back from Alabama. I think Adrian Peterson is not in his prime anymore. He's getting old, and they need someone to back him up, help him out. Although Matt Kalil, offensive tackle of USC, they want because they need him to protect the quarterback, but I completely disagree with that because one man cannot protect the quarterback from the whole defense, so I totally disagree with that, but that's okay. So that's why in the fourth pick, the Browns will pick Matt Kalil, offensive tackle of USC. Number 5, I think the Buccaneers will pick Morris Claiborne, cornerback of LSU. I think the Buccaneers need some help on defense. Their offense is a little shaky, but I think they're getting there. But they definitely need some help on defense. I think they'll pick up Morris Claiborne. Number 6, I think the Rams will select Ryan Tannehill, quarterback from Texas A&M, because Sam Bradford is not doing too good right now. So I think they need someone to help him out, back him up. Number 7, I think the Jaguars will select Melvin Ingram, defensive end from South Carolina. I think the Jaguars this year may actually have a good offense. They signed David Gerard again. He's coming back off an injury. And I think they'll have a pretty good offense this year, so they'll definitely need some support with their defense. Number 8, I think the Dolphins will select Fletcher Cox, defensive tackle of Mississippi State. I think the Dolphins need a lot of help on defense because I think their offense this year, I think they're definitely going to make some trades, and I think their offense is going to be way better than it was last year. But I think offense is their biggest target with trades and all that, so I think they'll pick up some good defensive players in the draft. Number 9, I think the Panthers will pick Justin Blackmon, wide receiver of Oklahoma State. I think they need some help in the passing game to support Jeremy Shockey and Steve Smith. The 10th pick will go to the Bills, and I think they will select Luke Kuechly, inside linebacker from Boston College, which is right near me. They're always selected on defensive players, and they've showed that if they have good defense, then their offense will come through and they can beat good teams a lot. It's been proven a lot that if they have the good defense, then their offense will follow and everything will go perfectly. I think number 11, the Chiefs, will pick Michael Brockers, defensive tackle from LSU. I think the Chiefs were missing a key factor on defense, and I think that's why they did not make it to the playoffs. Number 12, I think the Seahawks will select Donta Hightower. They have a couple good defensive players, but again, I think that they're going to need some more support on defense, as well as offense. But number 13, I think the Cardinals will select Mark Barron, safety from Alabama, because they need some interceptions in the backfield. They let up a lot of touchdowns, and they can't always gain them back or get some more after that. So I think they definitely need some interceptions in the backfield. Number 14, the Cowboys will select Quentin Couples, defensive end from North Carolina. I think that the Cowboys definitely need some defensive work. 15, I think the Eagles will acquire Dontari Poe. That'll help them out a lot of Memphis. Number 16, I think the Jets will acquire David DeCastro, offensive guard from Stanford. I think that it'd be a perfect fit for the Jets, and they can actually get their offense running if they have one more factor in their game on the offensive line. I think he'll really help them. Number 17, I think the Bengals will pick Chandler Jones, defensive end of Syracuse. Right now they're totally in a huge transformation, and I think that he will be part of it. Number 18, the Chargers will pick Stephen Gilmore, cornerback from South Carolina. Number 19, the Bears will select Riley Reiff, offensive tackle from Iowa. Number 20, the Titans will select Michael Floyd, wide receiver from Notre Dame. And I think that he will actually be chosen a little later in the draft. A lot of people think that he'll be chosen earlier in the draft, but I don't, because I think that everyone else is sort of cleaning up their defense. There's a lot of defensive players in the draft this year, and I think they're going to steal them right off the bat. And Michael Floyd would be a perfect fit for the Titans because they don't really have a wide receiver game. And if they could expand to a wide receiver game, they'll have Chris Johnson to give the run to. And then they'll also have Michael Floyd to pass it to. And I also think that the 21st pick by the Bengals will select Cordy Glenn, offensive tackle from Georgia. And number 22, I think the Browns will select Jarrell Worthy, defensive tackle from Michigan State. He had a great year last year, and I really think that he can help them. And number 23, I think the Ravens will select Courtney Upshaw, defensive end from Alabama. He's an amazing defensive end, and that can really put their defense, what I think, unstoppable. They have a great defense right now, and I think with him, they will be like OMG unstoppable. Number 24, I think the Steelers will pick Kendall Wright, wide receiver of Baylor. You know, Hines Ward isn't really doing the trick anymore, and I think they need someone in substitute of him. Number 25, I think the Broncos is going to acquire Nick Foles, quarterback of Arizona. I think the loss of Tim Tebow is really going to hurt their quarterback game, and picking up Nick Foles will be perfect. Number 26, I think the Texans will pick up Dre Kirkpatrick, cornerback from Alabama. The faster Texans can get picks, the faster that they can have their ultimate offense. Number 27, I think the Browns will pick Andre Branch, defensive end from Clemson. Number 28, I think that the Packers will select Shea McClellan, outside linebacker for Boise State. And I think that number 29, the Lions will select Janoris Jenkins, cornerback from North Alabama and Florida. And I think that he'll go down a lot in the draft, being kicked off of Florida and getting in a lot of trouble lately. Number 30, I think the 49ers will select Mike Adams, offensive tackle from Ohio State. Number 31, I think the Patriots will acquire Stephen Hill, wide receiver from Georgia Tech. And I read in a magazine, and I totally agree with this, that Tom Brady needs someone else for his tight end party or his tea party. And I think he will be a perfect fit and really help the Patriots a lot. Then the last pick in the first round, I think the New York Giants select Harrison Smith, safety of Notre Dame, because they need some defensive help in the Super Bowl. They proved that they literally have no defense, and that the Patriots could not execute on offense because they have no clutch, and because the Giants' offense really came together. So, that is my 2012 NFL mock draft. I will be doing one on the NBA extremely soon. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and check out my website. This is TDNJ27. Peace.